Namaste, Tashile. Thank you everyone for joining us. So someone asked who is all here. So we have Venerable Tenzin, Venerable Zosan, Venerable Sarah, and Ina. So, and then many of you are joining. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your practice, your motivation, and your sincerity. And I think someone is on the west coast of the US. It's 4:30 a.m. So good morning to you. Thanks for coming. So let's just take a moment to refresh our motivation. Please thinking in this way that the purpose of my life is to benefit all sentient beings. And in order that I may be able to benefit sentient beings in the best way possible, I myself must first achieve the state of complete enlightenment. Then and only then will I have the ability, the knowledge, the skills to lead others from the oceans of samsaric suffering to the highest state of complete enlightenment. Yet the attainment of enlightenment is not without causes and conditions, and therefore I need to accumulate the causes, the collection of merit, and the collection of transcendental wisdom, and I need to purify my mind of all obstacles, all the negative karma, all of the obscurations, all of the afflictive emotions, as well as their imprints. And therefore, I'm going to engage in this practice here today. Not only that, then also I and others need to have the conducive conditions to practice, which means having a long and healthy life, access to Dharma teachers, and access to the Dharma teachings. And so also to pacify all of the obstacles here in the degenerate time, all of the disease, not just the COVID-19 virus, but all the various diseases afflicting living beings here in the world. And then the natural disasters, war, the terrible economic problems that is facing the world these days. All of these manifestations of the degenerate times are also going to help to pacify by the power of our practice. So try to keep that motivation always in mind, that we're not just doing it for ourselves, but we're doing this for all sentient beings. It's not good enough that, we stay healthy, but actually countless sentient beings, we're doing this practice for them on their behalf. So first, the praise to Shakyamuni Buddha. So you can visualize Shakyamuni Buddha, our guru in the aspect of Shakyamuni Buddha in the space in front, and then recalling his good qualities and aspiring to attain those qualities ourselves. Then we offer this homage. Lama Tumba Chongden de Shin Shepa Cha Chomba Yanda Ba Zobe Sangye Rikpa Dan Shasu Dhamma Dewa Shepa Jiten Kempa Kebe Dure Kalo Gyoba Lana Memba Lada Minangye Tumba Sangye Chongden de Gangyawa Shakya Tumba La Chaselo Shudu Gyasu Chi Lama Tumba Chongden de Shin Shepa Cha Chomba Yanda Ba Sobe Sangye Rikpa Dan Shasu Dhamma Dewa Shepa Jiten Kempa Kibu Dure Kalo Gyoba Lana Memba Lada Minangye Tumba Sangye Chongden de Gangyawa Shakya Tumba La Chaselo Shudu Gyasu Chi Lama Tamba Chongden de Shin Shenpa Cha Chongpa Yang Tamba Sobe Sangye Rinpa Dan Shasu Denpa Dewa Sherpa Jiden Genpa Kiru Due Kalo Gyuwa Lana Mepo Nada Minam Gitempa Sangye Chongden de Pegyawa Shakya Tuba La Chaselo Chudo Gyatsu Chiyo Kanse Kani Sowo Kyudan Je Sachin Dina Gomba Dumbo Ne Nani Jiden Dina Choje Sun Dise Kempa Kyula Cha Selo Nandan Chodo Judo Susanwa Yishi Getsu Segi Lumbodra Japa Jiden Suna Lamewa Gombo Junin Kyula Cha Selo Sejo Dhamma Jime Daweja Sedo Dawa Kyula Cha Selo Gudra Gudra Sima Sumachi Yame Genjen Kyula Cha Selo Gombo Tuje Jedempa Tamche Kempe Tumba Po Suna Yenten Getsu Shin Deshin Shila Cha Selo Dabe De Chandra Wagyu Gyewen Sole Drushin Chide Dana Chogyerba Shige Chila Cha Selo Jonen Drove Layande Lapa Dala Ratine Shige Damba Yendenden Geden Layang Cha Selo Dibachi Amijaji Gyewa Bunsu Soba Che Rangi Zeni Yam Sudu Dine Sangye Tempai. Do not commit any unwholesome actions. Engage in perfect wholesome actions. Subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, a defective view, a butter lamp flame, an illusion, a dewdrop, a water bubble, a dream, lightning, a cloud. See all causative phenomena like this. So now meditating on the meaning of this stanza to the best of your ability while we chant in Tibetan. Om Karma Rare Gyuma Zilma Chuna. Milam Duje Chenam Didata Dedication. Through these merits, may sentient beings attain the rank of all seeing, subdue the foe of faults, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. So next the praise. Otara, born from the green letter Tam, your crown adorned with Amitabha, action mother of the Buddhas of the 3 times, Tara, please come with your attendants. The gods and demigods bow to your lotus feet, O Tara. You who rescue all who are destitute, to you, Mother Tara, I pay homage. Om Jetsun Pama Jomala Chaselo Chasa Joma Nyama Pamo Jene Geje Lota Jama Jidu Senge Jege Shagi Kesa Java Lene Joma Chasa Deke Dava Kundu Kama Gene Jebe Shama Kama Zopa Sabanami Lotu Shevu Pama Chasa Sene Jine Gege Pema Jene Namagyama Jima Zada Gada Shiva Supa Sene Juni Chasa Deshi Shime Tsuto Tai Nama Gyava Shema Maru Paru Shema Dobe Gyava Sigi Shinin Dhamma Chasa Tudara Yege Dula Jula Nagagama Chidun Dumbo Shaki Nanda Lupa Mepa Kripa Numa Chasa Geje Mala Samba Luna Natuma Nishema Chumboru Najiza Nanda Nijin Sigi Dene Trema Chasa Jere Jambege Paru Nungora Joma Yege Yuge Shaki Nanda Mepa Drupa Shindubama Chasa Turichi Bajambo Digi Pavanamba Joma Chugi Shame Done Denze Hawata Jamali Soma Chasa Kunja Susa Chage Samoto Ganamba Gyamba Mali Chugi Kola Gyambe Rami Ugi Sanandroma Chasa Randu Kawajibe Nigi Nigi Jawamba Shabara Chidudara Ye Duda Chinda Vandazama Chasa Sojinga Vetsona Gajinga Vandamanyema Chana Yawa Unge Babada Chinama Droma Chasa Zavandamu Unge Gebada Chinubama Rekadana Pamere Kapashinda Rasema Chasa Gebeda Memeda Bavariani Nema Yigi Yigi Unge Daibuni Namadroma Chasa Genala Chage Digi 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 Doma Trying to see Unge Rabada Mananigama Chasa Jamagama Shima Naide So Dayana Dembe Devajama Jamanima Chasa Gunegaraga Dayanina Magyama Yigi Juvena Nigube Bahona Dromanima Chasa Darishida Be Hungina Besabanima Rila Mandara Nambije Chidusana Yawanima Chasa Laisuina Be Rila Gajana Nama Tarani Jiveni Yege Donamana Manisama Chasa Laisana Gyobo Lalami Jedam Kiniga Jagawajiga Suramila Nyamasama Chazanima Davagyame Chinivala Rasama Haladisha Tutarai Shinagaburini Sama Chazandini Sana Kurbe Shividayana Dema Dodarala Nijinsona Jomadure Rajanima Savanagi Dabadidan Chazawani Nichisachi Onje Tsuma Pamanjamala Chaselo Shasha Jamanyama Pamo, Chiniki Jama, Jinusingi Jigishagi, Kesa Jawalani Juma, Chasa Dengi Dawa Kundu, Kamangani Javishama, Kamano Mazabanangi, Radishavi Rabama, Jasin Chinigi, Permechani Mambagama, Chimasadruka Shiva, Subasuni Chiliniama, Chasa Dishishibi Suto, Taina Pagawachama, Mother Parachama Tome, Kavisingi Shinadama, Chasa Tudara. Holiness, the Lachana Nagama, Jidin the Mushakin and the Pamapagumanduma, Chesaki Malasamba, Donana Zawadi Chuma, Chimboro Rajisananda, Niziki the Niduma, Chesajan Janambegi, Parota Korana Joma, Yagan Yagan Shakin and the Mapadrumashin Bama, Chesadirichi Bachamba, the Giva Namajoma, Chikishan Dance, Tawata Jamarisama, Chesakan the Chaga. Samantaka Namagama, Malishaki Kalagambe, Rangi Yogisana Drama, Chasarade Gavajiva, Nigini Dramagama, Shabara Shitarai, the Rajita Wanazama, Chansani Gavitona, Tajikabana Manima, Chayaki Hongi, Pumatajana Drama, Jasanan Boy, Jibata Shishinubama, Rebetana Gamele, Tabashinu Razema, Chazikabana Meda, Baranimina Nema, Yigini Gorge, Taipuna Majoma, Jazarina Chage, Jiggy Dom. Troy Jizzy Hongi, Madamana Nigama, Chazadamagama Shima, Naide Janima, so Diana Dambe, the Bajamajamani, Chazaganegara, Tainina Magama, Yishimanani Gube, the Bahona Dramanima, Chazandra Jadabe, Hungina Bezabanima, Ramandara Beach, Chizavanya, Chazalai Soina, Rada Janama, Tarani. Donamana Manisa, Chazalai Sanangabo, Ladami Jendama, Kanaka Jagawajiga, Salamina Nimasama, Chazanima Dalagama, Chanipola Rasama, Haraniji Tarai, Shidra Beranisama, Chazadinis and Agabe, Shiva Day and Adama, Janavana Nijisona, Jabadurina Janim, Savamagida Badina, Jazawani Nisachi, Suma Pamajamala Chaselo Chasajamanya Bama Chelingajalama Jinasinging Shaggy Getajawan Nijuma Chasanding Dalaganda Kamangani Samishama Kamarava Savanangi Radhachevi Rabama Chasan Chinigaya Pamajanina Magama Chimasatrukadeshi Sabasana Chaniama Chasadishi Shibisudo Diana Mangavachama Malabara Shamato Bega Singishina Dama Chazadidram Liga Danachadanagatama Chitanumushaginanda Lamama Bhagavanuma Chazakajamara Samba Nonana Zawanjama Tomorrow Nadrisananda Nijisaginandama Chazachana Bega Paranagara Joma Yiga Shaginanda Mamanumashagya Samadagana Magama Malichuri Kalagambe Rangi Gisana Drama Chazarana Galajiva Nigina Mama Shabara Shidaraya Dudajidavana Kansajiga Mesona Tajiga Manamani Martulaya Hongya Pamadanjana Madroma Chazana Mugan Gamadajishinu Bama Rangatana Bamele Tapashindura Sema Chazagamedama Meda Baradingina Nema Yigini Gorga Driver Namajoma Chazalina Lachaga Digi Shigi Doma Join the Zigi Honga Madamana Nigama Chazadamagama Shima Naina Chanyama So Nayana Dambe the Vajamajamaniama Chazaganagarawe Riding in Namagama Digi Shivananigabe Rebahona Dranima Chazandura Shadabe Hungina Bezavanima Ramadara Beche Jenasana Joanima Chazalai Sanagamba Tarani Jimini again Dunamana Manisama Chazalai Sanagabo Ladamia Jadama Ganiga Jagavajiga Saramilanya Masama Chazanima Dagave Chanipola Rasama Harani Judaraya Shinarabarana Sama Chazadini Sanagabe Shivadaya Dam Dinarana Sona Jabadurena Janima Savanagita Vadina Chazawani Nisusachi. Next, the Tara mantra recitation. I prostrate to Mother Tara, who liberates beings from samsara with Tare, liberates from the 8 fears with Tutare, and liberates from illnesses with Ture. Om Tare, Tutare, Ture Soha. So again, as you're reciting the mantra, to make it more beneficial, it's not just to recite, but also accompany it with a visualization. So yesterday we did one simple one. Today we can do a different one. So you can imagine all kind mother sentient beings on a lotus and moon disk at your heart. Okay? So somehow they all fit there in your heart. And then from Aryatara, who's inseparable from your guru in the space in front, then light rays and nectar enter the crown of your head. And as this enters your body, it also enters the crowns of all sitting beings there at your heart. And it purifies all negative karma, all illness, all disease, all disturbing emotions, all the obscurations to both liberation and omniscience. And then both yourself and all sentient beings at your heart become completely purified. And by the end of our recitation, then they all attain the state of enlightenment and the aspect of Guru Aryatara. Om Tari 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 Sam Tari. Om Tare Ture So. Okay, so next, the 7-line prayer to Guru Rinpoche. I think many of you know, but we here are in Maritika, Nepal, a very holy place where Guru Rinpoche attained the accomplishment of immortality. And so Guru Rinpoche also, he made a promise to help dispel all the obstacles of this degenerate age. And so, again, when we do this practice in relation to Guru Rinpoche, as we visualize him in the space in front, think of him as being inseparable from your own virtuous friend, and think that he has the power right in this session to quell all of the obstacles of this degenerate time and grant all the realizations. So with that devotion, then we do this practice in relation to him. So it's on the bottom half of page 17. Om Yugi Nujazam Dema Gesa Dombola Yazun Shogi Mojone Dema June Shesu Kodu Gando Mambo Go Kiki Jetsun Dajugi Jingye Lache Sheksu Song Guru Pema Siddhi Ugyo Yugi Nuja Sam Pema Kesa Dongola Yasin Chogi Gujune Pema Juni Shisu Kodu Gando Mambo Go Kiki Jetsun Dajugi Jingye Lache Sheksu Song Guru Pema Siddhi Ugyo Yugi Nuja Sam Pema Kesa Dongola Yasin Chogi Gujune Pema Juni Shisu Kodu Kando Mambo Go Kiki Jetsun Dajugi Jingye Lache Sheksu So Guru Pema Siddhi Ugyo Yugi Nuja Sam Pema Kesa Dongola Yasin Chogi Gujune Pema Juni Shisu Kodu Kando Mambo Go Kiki Jetsun Dajugi Jingye Lache Sheksu So Guru Pema Siddhi Ugyo Yugi Nuja Sam Pema Kesa Dongola Yasin Chogi Gujune Pema Juni Shisu Kodu Kando Mambo Go Kiki Jetsun Dajugi Jingye Lache Sheksu So Guru Pema Siddhi Ugyo Yugi Nuja Sam Pema Kesa Dongola Yasin Chogi Gujune Pema Juni Shisu Kodu Kando Mambo Go Kiki Jetsun Dajugi Jingye Lache Sheksu So Guru Pema Siddhi Ugyo Yugi Nuja Sam Pema Kesa Dongola Yasin Chogi Gujune Pema Juni Shisu Kodu Kando Mambo Go Kiki Jetsun Dajugi Jingye Lache Sheksu So Guru Pema Siddhi. Okay, so now next, the prayer in 6 Vajra lines, more commonly known as the Dusum Sangye, because that's the first line, first words of this prayer. Another very powerful prayer to Guru Rinpoche, who again is inseparable from our own virtuous friend. O Dusun Sangye Guru Rinpoche Gojo Kunda Dewa Chenpo Sha Maje Kunse Dudu Drapo Se Sowa Deso Jingye Landu So Chinan Sangwe Bache Shiwa Dan Samba Lungi Drumba Jingye Lo Dusun Sangye Guru Rinpoche Gojo Kunda Dewa Chenpo Sha Bache Kunse Dudu Drapo Se Sowa Deso Jingye Landu So Chinan Sangwe Bache Shiwa Dan Samba Lungi Drumba Jingye Jetsun Sangye Guru Rinpoche Noju Kunda Dewa Chenpo Sha Bache Kunse Dudu Drapo Se Sowa Deso Jingye Landu So Chinan Sangwe Bache Shiwa Dan Samba Lungi Drumba Jingye Om Ahum Beze Guru Pema Siddhi Om Ahum Beze Guru Pema Siddhi Om Ahum Beze Guru Pema Siddhi. So now we recite the Guru Pema Sambhava mantra, the Vajra Guru mantra, and again we can do the similar visualization, thinking, and then into the crowns of all sentient beings abiding in our hearts, and all of their illnesses, negative karma, obscurations also get completely purified. They attain all the realizations up to and including complete enlightenment. And then by the end of our recitation, and then all sentient beings are enlightened in the aspect of Guru Rinpoche.
This is the nectar.
Okay.
Of Guru Rinpoche.
Today, get tea offer.
Oh, thank you.
Who's offering tea? You know, we're online all over the world. Did you know that?
Allah, you have come, yeah?
No, I don't have a cup.
26 cups.
Yeah, there's 100 people watching it all over the world.
Okay. That's how you know we're live, folks. Guru Rinpoche has the power to bring any blessing as well as tea.
I wasn't praying for tea, I promise.
Om Ahum Benza Guru Pema Siddhi. Okay, so next, the swift fulfillment of wishes in dependence on the great Jetsun Tsongkhapa. So again, most important, then just keep in mind that whether it's Aryatara, whether it's Guru Rinpoche, whether it's Jetsun Lama Tsongkhapa, these are all one in nature with our virtuous friend. And so from the depths of your heart, we make this request to the Guru, inseparable from Lama Tsongkhapa, in accordance with these Vajra words. Actually, Sarah.
All of you at home, the tea delivery service and the tissues are not part of the live stream, so there won't be any knock at your door.
Yeah.
We've already had one order placed.
Okay, sorry about that. Supreme embodiment of the wisdom and compassion of all the victorious ones of the three times, manifesting as a monk wearing the three saffron robes, the spontaneous exalted wisdom Dharmakaya possessing the five bodies. To you, Jetsun Losam Drakpa, I make request. Please bless me that my wishes be swiftly fulfilled. With a nature of primarily pure, clear light, uninterrupted natural expression of the complete Sambhogakaya, great beings who unifies body and mind, to you, Jetsun Drapa, I make request. Please bless me that my wishes be swiftly fulfilled. Displaying an array of manifold Nirmanakaya emanations, appropriate to limitless living beings, equaling the expanse of space. To you, Jetsun Drapa, I make request. Please bless me that my wishes be swiftly fulfilled. Through the power of having made single-pointed request to you, may all the unfortunate natural manifestations of this degenerate age, illness, famine, quarreling, epidemic disease, graha spirits, interference, and so forth be pacified. Then, when I request that the excellent collection of conducive conditions increase, please bless me that my wishes be swiftly fulfilled. Having completely cleared away the darkness of ignorance and confusion, and fully developed the illumination of supreme intelligence, virtuous friend who causes the 100-petal lotus of scriptural tradition to bloom, the sun radiating benefit and happiness, to you I make request. Please bless me that my wishes be swiftly fulfilled. Since I and others, the assembly of faithful disciples, have no other Lord of refuge to turn to for hope, when we make requests in all the 6 sessions of day and night, please bless us that the Guru's blessings may enter our minds. Also, at the end of this life, may I see you, glorious Losangapa, along with your retinue, and immediately have a vision of you saying reassuringly, Son, go to the celestial realm of Tushita. Care for me with your compassion, precious Guru. Please bless me that my wishes be swiftly fulfilled. We do the tea offering after, or?
After.
Okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'll get jealous.
Yeah, otherwise people be watching us drink chai.
Okay. So next, the Vajra speech of Mahasiddhi Thangtong Gyalpo, the blessed prayer known as Liberating Sakya from Disease. So I hope all of you have watched Lama Zopa Rinpoche's advice that he gave in Kopan, and we shared the link some days ago. But in that, he was saying that this is the prayer that is very beneficial for pacifying the disease in the world. And then the Vajra armor is all sentient beings, my mothers, who are infinite like space, go for refuge to the precious Guru Buddha. We go for refuge to the Brahma, Dharma, and Sangha. We go for refuge to the assembly of Gurus, Yidams, and Dakinis. We go for refuge to the empty clarity of our own minds, the Dhammakaya. All sentient beings, my mothers, who are infinite like space, we go for refuge to the precious Guru Buddha. We go for refuge to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. We go for refuge to the assembly of Gurus, Yidams, and Dakinis. We go for refuge to the empty clarity of our own minds, the Dhammakaya. All sentient beings, my mothers, who are infinite like space, we go for refuge to the precious Guru Buddha. We go for refuge to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. We go for refuge to the assembly of Gurus, Yidams, and Dakinis. We go for refuge to the empty clarity. So again, just doing a similar visualization from Avalokiteshvara's heart in the space in front, who is inseparable from our own Guru. Light rays and nectar radiate, enter the crown of our head, and then on a lotus and moon disk at our hearts is all sentient beings. And then this nectar and light enters their crowns as well and purifies all of their illness, all of their negative karma, all of their obscurations to both liberation and omniscience, and they attain all the realizations on the path, particularly the 2 types of bodhicitta, and then by the end of our recitation, attain the state of Avalokiteshvara's enlightenment. Om Mani Padme Hum. The actual prayer. May all the diseases that sadden the minds of sentient beings, that result from karma and temporary conditions, such as the harms of graha spirits, illness, and the bhutas, not occur in the realms of the world. May whatever sufferings there are from life-threatening diseases that, like a butcher leading an animal to be slaughtered, separate the body from the mind in a mere instant, not occur in the realms of the world. May all embodied beings be unharmed, and terrified beings, as though they have been placed inside the mouth of Yama, the Lord of Death. May all embodied beings be unharmed by the 8,000 classes of interferers, the 360 evil spirits that harm suddenly, the 424 evil diseases, and so forth. And may whatever sufferings there are due to disturbances of the four elements, depriving the body and mind of every happiness, be totally pacified. And may the body and mind have radiance and power, and be endowed with long life, good health, and well-being. By the compassion of the Gurus and the Three Jewels, by the power of the Kinis, our protectors and guardians, and by the power of the truth of the infallibility of karma and its results, may all these dedications and prayers be fulfilled. So now the Vajra armor protection wheel. Turn to page 37. To generate as the deity. Then before you do so, just meditate on emptiness to the best of your ability. Om Sabhava Shuddha Savadama Sabhava Shuddho Ham Tompa Nindu Gyu. I become man with my 2 feet stretched out on a lotus and sun. I abide amidst a blazing transcendental wisdom fire. From my holy body, fire garudas, iron scorpions, black pigs, wind, fire, and the noxious vapors of poison are emitted like violent winds and hailstorms, destroying all disease, epidemics, spirit harms, and interferers. So those of you without initiation, you can do it on the basis, again, of what we call a front generation. So you envision the deity in the space in front of you, in the space in front. Oh, and then, I was going to mention this today, but if you have not blessed your mala yet today, one easy way you can do it yourself is reciting the mantra Om Ruchira Mani Pravataya Hum 7 times. Om Ruchira Mani Pravataya Hum, 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 Om Ruchira Mani Pravataya Hum. So since this is a raffle practice, I'm using a Rudraksha mala, actually from the seeds of a tree right here at Maritika that was very kindly offered to me a few days ago. Hum Bezabe Om Brahmachari Pe Namaji Naganantai Da Sabirita Hana Hana Bhajana Rajarasoa Hum Bezabe Om Brahmachari Pe Namaji Naganantai Da Sabirita Hana Hana Bhajana Rajarasoa Hum Bezabe Om Brahmachari Pe Namaji Naganantai Da Sabirita Hana Hana Bhajana Rajarasoa Hum Bezabe Om Brahmachari Pe Namaji Naganantai Da Sabirita Hana Hana Bhajana Rajarasoa Hum Bezabe Om Brahmachari Pe Namaji Naganantai Da Sabirita Hana Hana Bhajana Rajarasoa Hum Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Mizbe Om Brahmachari Namashi Nagananda Dasa Virita Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso. Om Bajabhe, Om Bajabhe, Benavajay, Nagananda, Dasa, Vidita, Hana, Vajana, Vajraso.
Ummadbe Om Pamashavare Namaje Nagananda Sabrida Hana Vajna Rajvasa Ummadbe Om Pamashavare Namaje Nagananda Sabrida Hana Vajna Rajvasa Ummadbe Om Pamashavare Namaje Nagananda Sabrida Hana Vajna Rajvasa Ummadbe Om Pamashavare Namaje Nagananda Sabrida Hana Vajna Rajvasa Ummadbe Om Pamashavare Namaje Nagananda Sabrida Hana Vajna Rajvasa Ummadbe Om Pamashavare Namaje Nagananda Sabrida Hana Vajna Rajvasa Ummadbe Om Pamashavare Namaje Nagananda Sabrida Hana Vajna Rajvasa Ummadbe Om Pamashavare Namaje Nagananda Sabrida Hana Vajna Rajvasa Ummadbe Om Pamashavare Namaje Nagananda Sabrida Hana Vajna Rajvasa Ummadbe Om Pamashavare Namaje Nagananda Sabrida Hana Vajna Rajvasa Ummadbe Om Pamashavare Namaje Nagananda Sabrida Hana Vajna Rajvasa Ummadbe Om Pamashavare Namashi Nagaman Tayava Sabrida Hana Vajna Rajvasa.
So if you have water, and you can blow on the water. Otherwise, if you have some kind of ointment or medicinal cream, or even butter, you can blow on that to bless it. So then you can share this blessed water with other people that might not have the good fortune to have faith in this practice. And then also blow in your hand and make sure it goes up your nostrils. So then at the conclusion of the session, think that all disease and spirit harms are totally destroyed. Then abide for a while in the state of meditation on the actual mode of existence, emptiness, emptiness of inherent existence, beyond what is to be protected and what protects the conventional truth. So then, while things are empty of inherent existence, they yet exist conventionally. They're able to perform functions. So we have the harmony of emptiness, of inherent existence, and dependent arising. The fact that cause and effect and the conventional world exists. So while empty of inherent existence, then one arises again as the deity's holy body. So now the dedication. So maybe just take one brief moment to rejoice before we dedicate. So it's so amazing that all of you from all over the world, we've come together to do this practice together. And so all of us doing this practice, it becomes a lot more powerful, even though we're in our own respective places. We've all come together virtually with this mind of bodhicitta and wanting to help others in the world, wanting to pacify the suffering of sentient beings. So amazing. And then also we can rejoice in the virtue of all the medical professionals all over the world who really are putting their lives on the lines to benefit others. So amazing. Then all the other people who are trying to alleviate the suffering. I was, reading about the intense suffering that's going on in India right now due to the lockdown and all of the millions of day workers who don't have any savings. And now many of them don't have anywhere to go. Even if they had some place to go, they have no transport to get there. So I really rejoice and admire those people. So now all this merit we dedicate in the best possible way. So please think, due to all the roots of virtue accumulated in the 3 times by myself and all sentient beings and all the Buddhas, through any sentient being merely seeing, remembering, or touching me, when I fulfill all the hopes of all transmigrated beings perfectly and completely, just like a wish-fulfilling jewel or a wish-fulfilling tree, may all the negative karmas and obscurations accumulated since beginning this verse be instantly and completely purified. May the mind of enlightenment that cherishes others more than oneself be generated in one's mental continuum. Having easily generated the great seal of clear light in their minds, may they quickly achieve the state of highest complete enlightenment. In short, by pleasing the holy virtuous master with the activities of much listening that brings to completion the realization of Muni's intent, may I spread the teachings of the victorious ones in the 10 directions. So here we also dedicate to actualize bodhicitta. The antidote to the real sickness of all sentient beings, the self-cherishing mind. O Janju Sencho Rinpoche Magye Panan Kegyuchi Kewa Nyamba Mebaya Kone Gondu Pelvarisho. Samsara and nirvana lack even an atom of inherent existence, and cause and effect and dependent arising are unbetraying. I seek your blessings to discern the meaning of Nagarjuna's thought, that these two are mutually complementary and not contradictory. Orimi Toba Rinpoche Magye Panan Kegyuchi Kewa Nyamba Meba. Present and future merits collected by me, the numberless Buddhas, and the numberless sentient beings, may all wars, sickness, famine, and economic problems in the world, and all the dangers of earth, fire, water, and wind be pacified immediately, and may perfect peace and happiness prevail in everyone's hearts and lives. By their generating loving kindness, compassion, and bodhicitta, may the Buddha Dharma last for a long time, and may the sentient beings in this world meet the Buddha Dharma and achieve enlightenment as quickly as possible. Determined to obtain the greatest possible benefit from all sentient beings, who are more precious than a wish-fulfilling jewel, I shall hold them most dear at all times. And now to seal with emptiness. Due to all the past, present, and future merits collected by me, the numberless Buddhas, and the numberless sentient beings, which are completely empty of existing from their own side, may I, who am completely empty of existing from my own side, achieve the state of full enlightenment, which is completely empty of existing from its own side, and lead all sentient beings who are completely empty of existing from their own side to that state which is completely empty of existing from its own side, by myself alone, who is completely empty of existing from my own side. O Jamba Babo
Jila Gyamba Dang Kundu Sambo Deyan Deshin Dedang Kungi Jetsun Dalai Gewa Dida Tangche Radung O Desun Shebe Gewa Tangche Gewa Kanda Chozo Ngapa De Dagi Gewe Sawa Dikun Sambo Sheche Radung Yawai.
So now the long life prayer for His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Jigden Kamdi Then a long life prayer for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. Through illuminating all your appearance dispels the darkness. Your clear mind knows the 84,000 heaps of the Dharma, the power of the remedy to 84,000 delusions. You're proclaiming the present arising itself as victorious in battle with the Maras. I worship the supremely kind, great Vajra on my crown. Clarifying the scriptures and realizations, the teachings of the Muni, you spread and illuminate wherever those teachings wherever they have not yet spread in the world. Having become an actual son of the conquerors, you bear hardships with patience, and you continue with realization of the perfection of wisdom, subtle dependent arising. Precious jewel, Lord, possessing love and compassion, who liberates unseen, treasury of mastery of all arising interpretive and infinite scriptures, supremely great among the great, fully comprehending and clarifying the meaning of emptiness and compassion. You guide all beings to the path of liberation. Perfectly qualified spiritual friend, my Guru, please remain forever.
She who protects and defeats the 3 times
Tara.
please increase the lifespans and activities of beings who preserve the Holy Dharma, and always without separation develop their spontaneous actions by the infallible deities of the 3 roots, may all be auspicious.
Okay, so thank you very much again. It's really amazing that we've been able to build this global community who have all come together with a very positive motivation. So thank you very much for your efforts. And just as a public service announcement, then yes, we are reciting these mantras to help avert, but we shouldn't just leave it at that. So please follow the guidelines by the World Health Organization, the Center for Disease Control, and try to remain isolated, not going out. If you absolutely must go out, please protect yourself, wash your hands, and try to keep distance even if you do go out. And yeah, enjoy life by living with bodhicitta. And we'll see you again tomorrow, same time, 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Tashile. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.